Jonathan Loaisiga pitched 5 scoreless innings in his major league debut as the New York Yankees beat the Tampa Bay Rays 5-0 Friday night at Yankee Stadium. June 15, 2018. Bronx, NY, USA. Tampa Bay Rays designated hitter Matt Duffy 5 is tagged out by New York Yankees pitcher Jonathan Loaisiga 38 in the first inning at Yankee Stadium. Mandatory credit, Wendell Cruz. USA Today Sports filling in for Masahiro Tanaka, who injured both hamstrings running the bases last Friday at Citi Field against the New York Mets. Loaisiga held the Rays to 3 hits and navigated through 4 walks. Loaisiga 1-0 became the second Yankee to make his debut as a starting pitcher at any version of Yankee Stadium and not allow a run. The other was Sam Militello, who allowed 1 hit in 7 innings against the Boston Red Sox on August 9, 1992. Didi Gregorius reached the second deck in the 3rd inning with his 14th homer, and 3rd in 3 games, as the Yankees won for the 12th time in 15 games. Gary Sanchez hit a bases-clearing double in the 8th, snapping a 0-for-16 skid. Astros 7, Royals 3. Evan Gattis belted his second career grand slam, one of 3 home runs smacked by Houston in its rout of host Kansas City. The Astros extended their winning streak to 9 games with the power display. Alex Bregman and Carlos Correa launched solo shots in the 4th inning to erase a 2-run deficit. Gattis continued his impressive power surge this month by yanking a 2-2 fastball from Royals right-hander Jakob Junis 5-7 to center field in the 6th inning, following a succession of singles from Jose Altuve, Correa and Josh Reddick. Gattis, who added a double in the 8th and finished 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs and 2 runs, has recorded 7 homers and 22 RBIs in June. Cubs 13, Cardinals 5. Chicago showed it still has Michael Wacha's number, blasting 3 long home runs off the St. Louis right-hander in a rout on the road. The Cubs, who finished with 14 hits, were coming off back-to-back shutout losses before teeing off on Wacha, whose career numbers against them were 4-7 record with a 6.12 ERA in 17 games, 15 starts entering the night. The Cardinals lost for the 4th time in 5 games. This Wacha 8-2 had given up only 5 home runs in 76 and 2/3 innings, and his only other loss was in his first start on March 31. In 4+ innings, his shortest outing of the Wacha allowed 9 runs, 8 earned on 7 hits with 4 walks and 2 strikeouts. Blue Jays 6, Nationals 5. Yangervis Solarte hit 2 home runs, Devon Travis added a 2-run blast, and Toronto held on to defeat visiting Washington. The Blue Jays ended a 3-game losing streak in the opener of the 3-game Interleague Series. Reliever Sung-Won Oh 2-2 pitched a perfect 7th to earn the win. Ryan Tepera picked up his 4th save of the despite a lead-off single by Wilmer Difo, who stole second and took third when pinch hitter Brian Goodwin flied out to deep left. Difo held third when Adam Eaton grounded out to second with the infield, and Trey Turner struck out to end the game. Twins 6, Indians 3. Kyle Gibson won for the first time in 2.5 months, and visiting Minnesota took advantage of a rare hiccup by Cleveland ace Corey Kluber, who had a pair of historic streaks come to a halt in defeat. Gibson 2-4 allowed 1 run on 3 hits and 4 walks while striking out 3 over 7 innings to earn his first victory since his debut on March 31. He was 0-4 over his subsequent 12 starts despite a 3.75 ERA. Kluber 10-3 allowed 4 runs on 4 hits and 1 walk with lows in strikeouts 3 in innings 5. The 4 runs were the most Kluber has given up since last July 29, an AL record span of 26 consecutive starts. In addition, Kluber's 4th inning walk of Eduardo Escobar was the first free pass Kluber issued in 46 1/3 innings, the longest streak in the majors since Bartolo Colon went 48 1/3 innings without giving up a walk in 2015. Pirates 3, Reds 2. Pittsburgh scored twice in the 6th inning and Chad Kuhl gave up 1 earned run in 6 innings against visiting Cincinnati. The Pirates' scoring plays came on a double play and 2 sacrifice flies. They have won back-to-back games for the first time since they won 3 straight May 15-17. Cincinnati had its 3-game winning streak halted. Kuhl 5-4 allowed 2 runs, 1 unearned because of his error, and 6 hits in 6 innings, with 6 strikeouts and 3 walks. He has given up just 8 earned runs in his past 5 starts, though he hadn't won since May 6. Rockies 9, Rangers 5. Ian Desmond crushed his former team with 2 home runs. Nolan Arenado had 3 hits, including a homer, and visiting Colorado rallied to beat Texas. Trevor Story had 2 hits and 2 RBIs for Colorado, which had 13 hits a day after being no-hit for nearly 7 innings in Philadelphia on Thursday. Jurickson Profar and Joey Gallo homered, and Adrian Beltre had 2 hits for the Rangers, who have lost 7 straight. Texas looked like it would cruise to the win after a 5-run first inning. But the Rockies roared back with a 6-run second, highlighted by a Desmond homer and Arenado 2-run double. Brewers 13, Phillies 2. Christian Yelich, Jesus Aguilar and Hernan Perez each homered. Brent Suter pitched 7 solid innings in Milwaukee crushed visiting Philadelphia. Perez had 3 hits while Lorenzo Cain, Manny Pina and Orlando Archer added 2 hits each for the Brewers. Suter also contributed 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. Jake Arrieta 5-5 struggled in 3 1/3 innings as he allowed 7 hits and 8 runs, though only 4 were earned. Arrieta currently holds a 7.98 ERA in June. Cesar Hernandez had 3 hits and Odubel Herrera homered for the Phillies, who were sloppy in the field with 4 errors. Padres 9, Braves 3. Freddie Galvis was 5 for 5 with 4 RBIs, including a 3-run homer during a 5-run 7th-inning rally, to give San Diego a comeback win at Atlanta. San Diego rallied from a 3-2 deficit against Braves reliever Sam Freeman 1-3, who allowed a 2-run single to Hunter Renfroe that put the Padres ahead. Galvis' 5 hits were a career high and helped his batting average jump 15 points from .227 to .242. The win ended an 8-game losing streak for San Diego in Atlanta. Marlins 2, Orioles 0. Jose Urena pitched 8 scoreless innings to lead visiting Miami past Baltimore. This was a battle between last-place teams, and the Marlins won for the 4th time in 5 games. Baltimore has lost 15 of its past 17 games, including 8 in a row. Urena 2-8 threw 112 pitches and produced 14 groundouts and 4 strikeouts. He allowed 3 hits and 1 walk, and his longest outing of the year helped a Marlins bullpen that pitched 11 out of 16 innings in a marathon loss on Thursday to the Giants. Tigers 4, White Sox 3rd John Hicks hit a solo homer and later scored the go-ahead runs. Shane Greene collected his 3rd save in as many days, and Detroit edged host Chicago. Victor Martinez supplied a 2-run double and James McCann added 3 hits for the Tigers. Buck Farmer 2-3 got 1 out and was credited with the win, while Greene recorded the last 3 outs for his 18H save. The Tigers scratched out the go-ahead run in the 8th. Hicks led off with a bloop single and advanced to second when Nico Goodrum walked. Hicks moved to third on a flyout, then beat the throw home on Victor Reyes' fielder's choice grounder. Mariners 7, Red Sox 6 pinch hitter Denard Span's 2-run double in the 8th inning lifted Seattle over visiting Boston. The Mariners rallied from a 3-run deficit after blowing a 3-0 lead, snapping Boston's 4-game winning streak. Ryan Cook 1-0 got his first victory since 2014 with 1 inning of relief, and fellow right-hander Edwin Diaz overcame a leadoff single by J.D. Martinez and a 1-out walk to Xander Bogaerts in the 9th for his Major League-leading 26th save of the Angels 8, Athletics 4. Los Angeles took advantage of 2 errors to score 4 unearned runs in the first 3 innings, and left-hander Tyler Skaggs made the early support stand up with 7 strong innings in a victory over host Oakland. Mike Trout had 3 hits and Ian Kinsler belted his 9th home run of the year as the Angels snapped a 4-game losing streak while beating Oakland for the 6th time in 8 meetings this. Jed Lowry had 3 hits, including a double, while Steven Piscotty added a double and a single for Oakland, which lost its 4th straight. Dodgers 3, Giants 2. Ross Stripling won his 6th consecutive start while Enrique Hernandez and Matt Kemp hit home runs as Los Angeles upended visiting San Francisco. Stripling 6-1 took a shutout into the 7th inning, where he gave up a 2-run home run to Pablo Sandoval on his last pitch of the night. Stripling gave up 2 runs on 4 hits over 6 1/3 innings and has given up just 6 earned runs over 37 2/3 innings, 1.43 ERA during his win streak. The Giants lost for the 5th time in 8 games on their 10-game, 3-city road trip that also included stops in Washington and Miami. They came to Los Angeles after defeating the Marlins on Thursday in a 16-inning marathon. Diamondbacks 7, Mets 3. Daniel Descalso homered and drove in 3 runs, and Paul Goldschmidt hit his 6th homer in 8 games as the Arizona down visiting New York. Goldschmidt had 3 hits and 2 RBIs, and John Jay had 3 hits and an RBI in his 4th straight multiple-hit game for the Diamondbacks, who have won 7 of 8 and have scored a Major League high 99 runs in June. Goldschmidt extended his hitting streak to 11 games. Dominic Smith homered on his 23rd birthday, and Todd Frazier and Wilmer Flores had RBI doubles for the Mets, who have lost 12 of 13 and 19 of 23. Field level media.